May is Women's Health Month. The checkups you should be scheduling today, plus your chance to win tickets to the new Star Wars movie. That's right. And the fitness community that's online and ready to pump you up. I did that so well.
Portions of Colorado and Company contain paid content.
Good friends, gonna get you through the day. Good friends.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Colorado and Company. I am honored to have our first guest. He is starting something over at Denver Center of Performing Arts. Of course, welcome Melvin Gray Jr. from MJ the Musical. He plays MJ. I'm so excited. First and foremost, happy birthday.
Thank you.
I'm so excited for you.
Thank you so much.
Amazing. Did you celebrate? Yeah.
I did. I'm a big advocate for self-care. So I went and got some massages. I got a head spa. I've never done that before.
The massage thing?
Yes.
Very nice.
And I absolutely loved it. I mean, my hair is so nice and curly
Right,
and everything.
full.
So yeah, that's what I did. I always try to just hit up a spa and just take the day to relax.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. He's like 12, he looks like.
Okay.
Now you play the King of Pop.
I do.
No pressure. My
Yeah.
God. How in the world, I was asking you before we went on camera, how did you prepare for this?
I mean, I had to do so much research.
Right.
And, luckily in today's age of technology, everything's kind of at our fingertips.
Yeah.
So I was watching so many videos, TikToks, the concerts.
Yeah.
I love the 1988 Bad concert tour in Wembley is one of my favorite concerts.
The Wembley one's
So I watch that all the time. Even interviews, just to get his voice.
Right.
And his mannerisms.
Because it's so specific, his voice,
It is
too.
very, very specific. And when people come and see the show, they're expecting to hear
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, so, and my voice is kind of already at a higher timbre, but I still have to pitch it a little bit to make it sound.
Do you warm up?
I do.
I was going to say, that's going to take.
Usually I'm warming up 3 hours before the show.
Amazing.
Physically and vocally.
Wow, okay. So I have to ask about the moonwalk,
Yeah.
okay? I'm gonna try it for you guys, and he's gonna critique me.
Yeah.
Okay, I have my sneakers on. Okay, is everybody ready? Okay, here we go. Can you guys see my feet? Let's see if it's this way. Here we go, ready? 3, 2.
Okay.
Oh, he goes, okay. How was it?
So, not bad, not bad.
What's the trick?
The thing about the moonwalk, it's all about the shifting of your weight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everyone thinks that you have to kind of just slide.
I was
going
gonna
to
just slide, right.
But it's actually more about having weight on one side so that it gives the illusion that this foot is just kind of gliding through the air.
Okay.
So that's something I had to learn as well. I could kind of do it before I started doing the show, but when I was training and getting the guys who work with us, Rich and Tone Talawega, who actually were choreographers for Michael.
Oh, is that right? That's perfect.
We go through what we call MJ boot camp. And they teach us all those basics.
Because it's hard. I mean,
it's hard.
His dancing just broke everyone over.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable.
And it's iconic. And again, just like the voice, the movements, everybody knows those movements.
And they're so specific and so watched. Like everyone's seen them over and over and over again.
Yes.
I'm so amazed by you. Tell us more about the show. This is one where the crowd wants to be on their feet. Is it interactive? Because I'm going to go see it. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
But is it one of those where people are singing with you?
From the stage, you usually can't hear people singing, but you know that they are.
The energy is there.
Yes.
Got it.
You know that they're singing, they're going for it. One of the things I love to hear when I'm on stage is people just scream, "I love you, Michael." Even though
Totally.
I'm not Michael.
But it feels like
when you're in costume and makeup, and you got the ponytail and you're in the loafers and the socks,
And the hat.
people just kind of get transported.
Totally.
And they're like, "Oh my God, it's Michael Jackson."
Yeah.
So those moments, and it's usually grown men actually that are saying this. They're
Good for
screaming.
them.
I hear it all the time. "Michael, I love you."
That's crazy.
And I actually will have moments of ad-libbing where I'm like, "I love you too."
'Cause that's what he would do.
That's what he would do. I was like, or he
Totally.
would, say, "I love you more."
Right.
I have those moments.
God bless
and-
you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
right.
And people go insane.
He
'cause they're
he just went over what's fame. He just transformed what pop culture was.
Yeah.
Here's a hard hitter. What is your favorite Michael Jackson song?
Oh man.
I have to put you on the spot.
I know.
Do you have a favorite?
I do.
Okay.
Can I give you 2?
You're allowed to.
Okay,
We
okay.
can we do 2? The booth is saying we can do 2. Okay.
Because it's so hard to choose. Human Nature.
Oh, yes.
For sure. Just something, and we do that song in the show, and every time I listen to it, I listen to it every single time I'm warming up.
Is that right?
Yeah, because it's super calming for me.
It's got a nice chill
and it's
vibe.
just chill the whole time.
Yeah.
And it's so like the imagery that he created
Trees,
through those words. It just puts me in a place of just peace.
Yes.
So definitely Human Nature.
Nice.
And the other one is Baby Be Mine.
Oh, nice.
From the Thriller album, which I think is such an underrated song.
I was gonna say not a favorite for many people.
Yeah,
Very
but
nice.
I love that song so
take to
much.
that one.
It's just got a good bass line and beat, and it just gets you going. So,
Yeah, it hits you. That's very exciting. One thing I always like to ask actors, any words of wisdom. There are people out there that might be thinking, I could do this. I was one of those kids. What would you say or advice would you give to anyone watching?
I would say be kind.
Nice.
Yeah, because there are a lot of people that can act, sing, and dance. There are a ton of people that can do it.
Triple threat.
Triple threats.
Yes.
But being kind and letting your character lead and just having a beautiful spirit is actually what takes you a long way.
The farthest.
And my mom, she even to this day, she still tells me, lead with love and
Good mom.
and light, and just be kind to people. It costs nothing.
So true. What's
to
your
be
mom's
kind.
name?
Patrice.
Patrice, a shout out to you. That's
Yeah.
unbelievable. That's so important.
Yeah.
I do have to ask, because it's Colorado.
Yeah.
Altitude.
Yeah.
Any issues? Are you oxygenating behind the scenes?
Yeah, I actually, so to prepare for this show, I did a oxygen deprivation mask.
Oh, wow.
So I started last week
Oh,
just to
wow.
get myself
'Cause it's
really
hard.
going. It's going. Like I got here on Monday, and I was saying before, I thought I was getting sick.
Yeah, you feel ill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I was like laying in bed, and I was like, am I running a fever? What is going? Like my head's spinning. I'm like, what is going on? And then I ended up putting 2 and 2 together. I was like, oh, it's the altitude. Let
Totally.
me get up and drink some water.
Yeah, like just down it. Down it. That's right.
Yeah. So it got to me a little bit, but I think my body is
Adjusting.
Adjusting.
Okay, well, first off, everyone, MJ the Musical is playing now at the Buell Theater, but it's only here until Sunday. I want you to get your tickets now at denvercenter.org. The DCPA sponsored today's segment, Shimon! I'm so thankful you let me do that. Thank you so much. It's been an honor meeting you.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see you.
Shirley, thank you.
Thank you so much. Coming up, fictitious football fame and a bunch of bad decisions. Why you need to catch up with the rise and fall of Reggie Dinkins. Let's try it again. But first, I want to take just a moment to recognize the dedication and professionalism of our very own director, Moss Creamer. He was just awarded 20 years of service to KUSA and Colorado and Company. His impact on the quality and look of our show is unmatched across the country. There he is. Congrats and mazel tov on 20 years, Moss. And thank you for all that you do. We love you so, so much. More Coco after the break and fade. It is National Fitness Month, and I think it's time to work up a sweat, huh? Don't we agree? No? Well, we have an option that can make it super easy to fit fitness into your day. So meet personalized online fitness coach David Nutting, everybody. He's here. Okay, David, I wanted to ask, what are the benefits of working with a fitness coach in general? Like, does it make a difference?
Absolutely. So what I've noticed over the years, I've worked as a trainer for over 24 years.
Oh, wow.
So now I've moved into the online spectrum to be able to add that in as well.
Smart.
But if somebody's over the age of 60 and they have a shoulder injury, it's been showed on research that 80% of those with a shoulder injury over the age of 60, it's actually a rotator cuff tear. So then we'd want to prevent them from doing a shoulder press behind the neck, lat pull down, or doing an upright row.
Yeah.
So then you think, well, what would I do?
You have to be creative about this.
Yeah, so then that's kind of where we as trainers or fitness professionals come in, that we can help them in that area.
Yeah.
And then we can show them exactly what to do.
And not further harm the shoulder.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, to be able to make them better, get them stronger, kind of build that foundation. If they have a hip issue here, recently I had a client who had a hip issue right on the lateral part.
That hurts.
She had been seeing a physical therapist for about a year, and with one session with me, she said it went away.
David.
So that was fun and
David,
exciting.
This is good testimonial. You say you're an online fitness coach. By the way, I think that's brilliant for today's age, but what does that mean to our viewers?
Yeah, so the online spectrum, I've created an online program that allows me to be able to do nutrition and fitness. And then what's great with this is then I can send it directly to them.
Oh, wow.
So wherever they're at, it allows the creativity of, well, they now are traveling on the East Coast.
Sure.
They can take my workout with them. There's accountability that's built in. They'll learn how to do the exercises correctly. And then just all that, I have 20-minute workout bursts that allows them to go through the workouts. As they're going through the workouts, they get to see what I'm doing.
Nice.
I coach them through as they're doing it. And just everything with it. It allows me to kind of be their trainer. Accountability mixed in so I could really help them in that front.
I got to be honest, if you think you don't have time, you do. That's an excuse. Now it's online. Ha ha. Okay, what are the next steps in creating a fitness plan?
Real simple, so they can go to my website, davidnuttingfitness.com.
Okay.
And then all they'd have to do is just fill out the information. They could always ask me any questions on what they would want for that. But with that side of it, then once I see what their goals are, what their information, their limitations, anything in that nature, it would allow me now to take them to the next level and create a workout.
And like curate it for them.
Yeah. So when people do train with me, with, you know, in the online spectrum, they'll learn how to do things correctly. They'll learn, you know, basically have the accountability kind of mixed in there with it.
That accountability is huge.
Yeah.
If you do not have accountability, you don't do it. I know personally. You have a lot of happy clients. I want all of us to hear from one of them. This is Allison. Take a listen.
Hi, I'm Allison. I've been working with David for a couple of years now. I am a physician and he's been helping me get exercise into my daily routine. Since I've been working with him, I've gotten so much stronger, not only in the weights that I can do here, but also in stuff at home, like picking up my kids and heavy bags of groceries. I've seen huge changes in the amount of muscle that I've gained and the amount of fat that I lost. And he's just really wonderful and encouraging, and I always feel good about myself after I work out.
Allison, what a physician too. That's always good testimonial.
Thank you,
you are being really kind. Thank you, Allison, and showing us today 5 foundational moves we can do at home.
Yes.
I'm wearing my sneakers as always for this. Can you show us what we can do?
Yeah, so a lot of times, so let's say if somebody has a dumbbell or if they're just doing body weight, we can start really even just with whatever weight you have to do a goblet squat. Okay,
let's try it. Oh my God, that's heavy. Okay.
So chest up, shoulders back. We want to point the toes out just slightly.
Okay.
Think of sitting back into a chair. So that's a goblet squat.
Oh, nice.
We could do that body weight or add the weight to be able to do that type of movement.
So you can make this heavier.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
so then we could add more load. We can change the tempo,
Nice.
kind of changing things around that way.
Does that help the booty? Feels like
Yeah, that'll get the glutes firing.
glutes
It's
firing.
great. Yes.
Nice. Okay.
Next exercise would be simple. This one's usually good for protecting the lower back.
That's
is
huge.
doing a Romanian deadlift. So a single leg Romanian deadlift. You want to have your chest up with your shoulders back. Hold the dumbbell in the right hand, drive that right leg back, and then you extend down. You're going to get the glutes and the hamstrings now.
This is like in yoga, half moon, kind of similar. I'm really good. Here we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Look at that.
Thank
Good
you.
form.
Thank you. Thank
Yes.
you. I try.
Yeah. Then if somebody could do any type of push-pull type movement, so if they could do push-ups even on the edge of a couch.
Oh, nice.
Down on the ground, of course, the lower the hands are, the harder it would get. If they have dumbbells, they could lie back and do a chest press.
Okay.
So that would be number 3 for a chest movement, a pushing. Other one would be a pulling movement. So even a one-arm dumbbell row, if I don't have anything to support, bring my hip down. I'm trying to grip the dumbbell tight, retract the shoulder back, and then I'm going to pull from the lat muscle.
So you're getting the back muscle here.
Yeah, so now we get the back muscles, toning the back, shoulders, and then a little bit on the biceps.
I feel like one of those models.
You're doing great.
Okay, what else?
Yeah, and then the last exercise would be, so basically we have 2 functional movements for the legs, 2 for the upper body, push-pull, and then we would add just a core movement. So we could go to a plank, a shoulder tap, which is basically if you come down like a tall plank position, and then you're just rotating back and
that's
forth.
hard.
Yeah.
That's really hard.
So using your core to stabilize without letting the hips shift.
Without, yeah.
Yeah.
That.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Accountability. That's something I need.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's good.
amazing. Thank you. Get in on a program that fits with your life and your schedule just in time for National Fitness Month. Call David Nutting today. It's 303-908-1105, or get in touch on his website. Like he said, there's an online spectrum. He's on davidnuttingfitness.com. Sign up today and get 2 weeks free, y'all. You can try it out, see if you like it. Learn more right now about the benefits of having an online fitness coach and get fit with David Nutting. Again, that number, 303-908-1105. I'm a little winded.
Good work.
I got a little winded. Got a cramp. Got a cramp.
Oh.
Amazing. That was amazing. All right. Well, your car may know more than you think. When Colorado and Company returns, Backus and Schenker explains how technology can uncover the truth after a crash in this week's Legally Speaking. Stay tuned for that.
The following interview involves commercial content. The products and services featured appear as paid advertising.
So we are in the middle of Women's Health Month, and it is a very good time to do a health check on yourself and remind your friends to do the same. I'm a friend. I'm telling you. I'm reminding you right now. Well, Dr. Larissa Ferdinand, an OBGYN and a menopause health specialist, shares more with producer Colleen about why it's so important to take care of yourself. Take a listen.
Happy Women's Health Month. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Happy Women's Health Month, Colleen.
Yes, thank you. I want to start out by asking, why is this so important to recognize?
Women's Health Month is an opportunity for us to pause, look at our overall wellness, and take action. Join me May 20th for Thrive Table Talks with Dr. Larissa. It's a virtual conversation where we explore hormones and how it impacts women across all generations. This includes energy, sleep, and overall wellness. These aren't small issues. They impact everyday life. So please follow me on Dr. Larissa on Instagram for details.
We'll have to keep a lookout for that on May 20th, but I kind of want to dive into a few topics right now.
Yes.
GLP-1s are hot, hot, hot. But why should women in particular be paying attention to these medications?
Yes, GLP-1s are a hot topic right now, and it's a good option for women trying to lose weight, especially in menopause or women who are navigating hormonal transitions. If that sounds like you, GoodRx for weight loss can help you get started. This telemedicine subscription connects you with a licensed healthcare provider for a consultation to understand your needs, review options, and if appropriate, get a prescription for an FDA-approved GLP-1. GoodRx isn't insurance, but it can help make these treatments more accessible.
That's good to know, good to know. So moving on to sleep, I feel like that's something most of us struggle with. Are there any ways we can help improve this?
Yes, quality sleep is essential in everything. Actually, I consider sleep the new sexy. It impacts our energy, our overall moods, and our overall well-being. In honor of Women's Health Month, make your sleep a priority with new Ultra Sleep from Natrol. It's a #1 drug-free sleep aid brand that includes a 3-in-1 blend with melatonin, a trusted effective sleep ingredient, plus GABA and botanicals to support all 4 stages of the sleep cycle. That's important. It's 100% drug-free, it's non-habit forming, because you want to wake up feeling rested and refreshed for the day.
Sleep is the new sexy. I need that on a t-shirt right now. That's incredible. But moving on to the other part of this health conversation, the mental aspect of it. How can women gain more confidence?
Sometimes it comes down to simple habits, Colleen. For example, some women experience bladder leakage, especially as they age. So maintaining good hygiene with gentle, skin-friendly options can make a big difference. One option is the new Water Wipes Adult Incontinence Care Wipes. They're made with 99% water. Water Wipes has expanded beyond just baby and toddler care to include these incontinence care wipes. They offer an effective 3-in-1 clean for sensitive aging skin. It comes in 3 options, and it's available on Amazon and Walgreens.
Also good to know. So before I let you go, is there anything else we should be paying attention to during this Women's Health Month?
Yes, my biggest recommendation is pay attention now. Many of the symptoms that we may be experiencing show up 8 to 10 years before actually going through menopause when your cycle ends. Now, this may show up as low energy, disruption of sleep, or just feeling like your body's breaking up with you. These are signals, so please don't ignore it. The good news is when you tune in early, take action, there are more than one way to ever feel not only your best, but stay in control of your health.
I like that. Stay in control of our health. We'll have to all start doing that. Thank you so much for your time today.
Yes, everything we talked about today can be found on tipsontv.com.
Good to know. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day and happy Women's Health Month.
Thank you, Colleen.
For more information, head to tipsontv.com. GoodRx, Natrol, and Water Wipes sponsored today's segment. Thanks for staying with us on Coco. We like providing information that we know will save you time, money, but most importantly, stress. So when it comes to legal matters, we went straight to the experts. For the last 30 years, Backus & Schenker has been helping Colorado families whose lives they were really turned upside down. Today, Kyle Backus has what you need to know about your car's own technology and how it always uncovers the truth.
I'm Kyle Backus. You know, after a serious crash, people assume it's what drivers say or what witnesses might remember, but here's something most people don't actually realize. Your car, it's telling on you. Okay, we've all heard about black boxes in airplanes. Guess what? Your car has one too. So you might think you're driving alone, nobody sees what's happening, but the data is there. Your speed, braking, acceleration, steering, it's all being captured in the seconds before any impact. So investigators, you know what they do? They download that data from both vehicles, and that's where it gets interesting. They can scan the entire scene, sometimes with drones. They create a digital model of the entire intersection. They take all that data, and they take the data from your vehicle, and they plug it into a specialized software, and in some cases, they can literally replay the entire crash, showing exactly how those vehicles came together second by second. So when police are determining fault, or in serious cases, criminal liability, it's not just opinion anymore, it's data, it's science, and reconstruction. You know, in today's world, the truth is often already recorded, whether you realize it or not. For 30 years, we've been here in Colorado, helping people through moments exactly like this. We're your hometown injury lawyers, and if you need us, we are here to help you.
Backus & Schenker personal injury lawyers are here for you. Call the twos at 303-222-2222 or go online at coloradolaw.net. Backus & Schenker sponsor today's mention. When Colorado & Company returns, your chance to help the younger generation have a bright future. How to help out the nonprofit Denver Kids. And tomorrow we are embracing the springy sounds of the Sweet Lilies. Yes. They are blossoming in the music scene right here on the Coco stage. We get to listen, so join us tomorrow. There is some exciting news in the world of CO1000.org. Chris Terrell, am I saying that right?
Terrell, yep.
Along with Jordan Evans and Michael Macias are here today to fill us in. Gentlemen, thank you for being here.
Thanks.
Of course. All right, Chris, you and your company, Chris's Garage Doors, have been members of Colorado 1000 since the start. What made you want to be committed to long-term to this organization?
Yeah, so Mike, early on I created the company vision of making Colorado a better place to live. And
that's a big vision.
Yeah, well.
That's awesome.
Thank you. But a big aspect of that is we like to partner with and support local nonprofits. And the cool thing about Colorado 1000 is that they vet charities and pick them and help donate money. So it's a pass-through organization, but it's also a way for me to meet other business professionals. So it just seemed like a very easy and natural fit.
Yeah, networking and helping out.
Yeah.
Very, very. And I like that they vet.
Yeah.
That's always important too. Chris, part of your commitment has been a community gives partner, which is important. What goes into being a community gives partner?
That's also one of the cool things about the organization is a lot of nonprofits, they'll have like sponsorship packages where you have to donate a certain amount and then you get these things back. Colorado 1000, it's more approachable and you just commit based off of what you can give, and it can change year to year. So typically what a community gives partner is someone who commits to a certain amount of money per something. Like, so if you're a realtor and you want to donate a certain dollar amount per sale that you make, then you're not committing to donating money if you have a down year.
Oh, right, that's helpful.
Yeah, and there was a junk removal company that did $1 per job.
Smart.
And they did like over 7,000 jobs a year, so it ended up stacking up.
Dang, I was like,
yeah.
how many jobs? Oh, wow, that's a lot of
That's a
money.
lot, right?
I was like, it was like $3. No,
Right.
that's a lot. You also bring us some exciting news. You've picked a 2026 beneficiary.
Yeah,
Tell us
absolutely.
about that. Is it me?
That, you know, do you have a 501c3? We could
No,
talk
I do
about
not.
it, right?
No, tell me, who have you picked?
We're excited to have picked Denver Kids, which is a long-term nonprofit that has served the Denver Public Schools for over 80 years.
Fantastic. That's so exciting. Michael, congrats, first of all, on that, about being the beneficiary. Tell us more about Denver Kids.
Yeah, happy to. First off, thank you, Chris, for selecting us as your beneficiary. So as Chris said, Denver Kids has been supporting Denver Public School students for over 80 years through academic and social emotional advising. This is actually our 80th year anniversary, which is such an amazing milestone for any organization. So happy to be a part of it this year. We serve about 1,000 students per year, and what makes Denver Kids really special and separates us from other organizations is the long-term relationships that our advisors create with students. So on average, our advisors have 6.5 years with these students.
Oh, wow, that's a relationship.
Yes, exactly right, which is so important for those formative years too in school, right? And these students face real barriers as well. 97% of them qualify for free and reduced lunch. 62% are the first in their family to pursue post-secondary plans, which I think is a direct correlation of what the Denver Kids advisors help to unlock.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then 32% are the first in their family to graduate high school. So at a core, it's really about that commitment and building those long-term relationships and then helping them support them and building that confidence to take those next steps, whether that be college, trade school, or into the workforce.
I could have used that. And I love the emotional part of that. I
Yeah.
think that's so important. Jordan, how will the proceeds from Colorado 1000 help Denver Kids?
Yeah, so the money that has been invested by Colorado 1000 will help us to continue to provide these core services that we have to our students for 80 years. And, you know, it's a really important time for Colorado 1000 to invest in Denver Kids because, as I'm sure you've heard, there's a lot of education cuts and mental health cuts.
I have heard that.
Yeah, and so, you know, we're in a very unique position as a long-term partner of DPS to step in and kind of fill in some of those gaps. And we all know that students are more successful when they have some guidance, when they have the resources they need, and when they have those trusted relationships in the school, and that's what we do. So we're so thankful for Colorado 1000 and their investment in our work, and we'll continue to do the good work out in the community.
It's so interesting that like now, you know, you've been around for 80 years, but right now you guys are vital in so many different ways, especially mental health and all of that. I'm just very pleased to hear that you are there and there's someone to handhold some people to get to the next level. So bravo to you guys. How can we help? How can we get involved? Our viewers are really good at this. What can we do?
Well, you can donate, obviously.
Yeah.
That's always an easy choice, right?
Money.
You can donate to either Colorado 1000 or Denver Kids. Colorado 1000, it's a network of business professionals. So if you want to get involved in a charity that connects you with other business professionals, the membership is like $34 a month.
Oh, that's
so
great.
It's pretty
That's
low.
easy, yeah.
And then 100% of what you donate through your membership fees goes to the beneficiaries like Denver Kids. And
Unbelievable. You guys are unbelievable. Thank you for what you're doing. I mean, I think, again, as I just said it before, but right now you are vital to the system. And thank you for doing what you do as well. Thank you.
Do you have, I did forget to mention, we have our big
Please.
giveaway event on June 17th where we're highlighting Denver Kids.
June 17th?
June 17th, yes.
Okay,
And
where will that be?
that will be at the Hangar Club.
Okay, I think I'm about to give more info on this.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
Okay.
Is it a party? Can I?
Yeah, please
can I
come.
Okay.
Please come.
Okay. Thank
Yes.
you. Okay, I was invited. So mark your calendars now, people. The Colorado 1000, Networking Madness. The big giveaway benefiting Denver Kids is happening on June 17th at the Hangar Club. You can register now at CO1000.org, and you can feel good about what you're doing, which is so important. Thank you, guys. Appreciate what you do.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Psychologist and executive Ann Welsh works with ambitious women, helping them navigate career and family life, which is hard to do both. Her new book is coming out this summer, and we got some tips you can use right now. You are a busy woman. I'm excited to ask you some questions. In your years of practice and coaching, what are some of the, I would say, common issues or almost like patterns that ambitious women deal with on just a daily basis?
Yeah, I mean, what I see most often is that women are really feeling pulled in two directions simultaneously, right? They want to show up fully in their careers and they want to show up fully for their families. And both of these roles have become so much more demanding.
Yeah.
And so they're doing all of the things. And from the outside, it maybe even looks like they have it all together, but internally they're feeling overwhelmed or like they're hanging on by the skin of their teeth, or sometimes they're just numb.
Yeah.
But the big theme is that they can't enjoy the life that they've worked so hard to build. And it's at the heart of what I call the ambition paradox, that experience of, I just can't win here.
Right. And they can't enjoy either one, even though they've worked so hard to have both. I have personal friends that are dealing with this right now, so I understand this. How do you go about addressing the feelings of women who think, all right, I have to choose between success and basic sanity here?
Yeah, a lot of women feel like they have to choose, but the real issue is often how we're defining success, right? If success means we're doing everything perfectly, then yeah, that might not be sustainable, both in work and in our mothering. But we need to get more granular, right? You don't need to be perfect at everything, but you can be excellent at many things. And you can also choose to opt out of doing some things. And so when women start defining success for themselves and including their own well-being, their energy, their relationships, then they don't have to make that choice between success and sanity. They can have both things.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be 100% on both. That's such a good point of where success should be defined. So what are some ways women watching can sort of build a framework, Doc, to help themselves and their families?
Yeah, there's a few key shifts, but the first and perhaps most important is to put yourself back in the equation, right? So often I think we try to solve this problem by saying, I'll just do everything for everybody else.
Yeah.
I'll ignore my own needs, and then I'll have the time to do the work in the family thing. But that just leads to burnout, right? So you've got to include yourself here. And part of that is getting clear on what you want and spending less time focusing on whether you deserve things and simply on whether you desire them, right? And then the third piece is recognizing along those lines that taking care of yourself is actually how you take care of your family, right? We know from the research that parenting is about quality, not quantity of time with them. And so if you have to take a little bit of time to kind of fill your own cup, if you will, and then you show up better for your kids, that's actually a better way of doing it. And it's more sustainable over time.
Yeah, I always think of the air, the oxygen mask. You got to put yours on first before, otherwise it's not good for anybody at that point. You have probably heard the word perfectionist, and as I am also a people pleaser every single day. I'm going to ask you this personally. What do you do when you hear those words from people? I'm asking for myself.
Yeah. I think perfectionism and people pleasing, we treat them as different, but they really both come from a place of fear and a place of fear that I am not enough. Right? That perfectionism is the fear that I will make a mistake, and people pleasing is the fear of disappointing others. But at the heart of both of them is this feeling that I don't actually cut it as I am. And really, the big way to challenge it is to start challenging that belief system, right? What happens if I'm excellent but not perfect? Does the world fall apart, or is it okay? What happens if I disappoint someone just a little bit? Does the relationship end, or do we actually move on and are fine, right? And I also encourage people to start noticing where these tendencies are actually hurting them, right? With perfectionism, it often gets in the way of our success because it makes us so anxious. And with people pleasing, right, it can hold us back, especially at work. If you're just saying yes to everything, that's not very strategic. And so when we notice the cost, it can start to feel a little easier to maybe try some changes too.
Yeah, what's so interesting is I'm learning that now. It's a little late for me, but I'm realizing how inefficient the people pleasing is, because I'm not having those deep kind of relationships at all, because I'm just saying yes. So important. Mazel tov, you have a new book coming out this summer. It is called Ambitious Mother: From Surviving to Thriving in Your Career and at Home. I would buy this for 10 of my friends if I had 10 friends. Share what you think is your favorite chapter in the book.
Yeah, my favorite part of the book, there's kind of 4 big parts, is the motherhood advantage. And it talks about the ways that motherhood can actually help us grow our careers and can really accelerate our careers. And as part of that, section, I actually interviewed an incredible group of women, including Rachel Rogers, who wrote How We Should All Be Millionaires, and Dale Franzen, who is a Tony-winning Broadway producer, and a lot of other amazing women. And all of them were able to share how motherhood sharpened their ambition for something and clarified what they wanted to do with their careers and their lives. And it looked different for each of the women, but for everyone, it really gave them a stronger sense of purpose. And that's the message, right? Motherhood doesn't have to be a limitation. It can really be a source of strength in how we live our lives and how we move forward in our careers and our leadership.
That's beautiful. You can pre-order Dr. Welsh's new book, Ambitious Mother, From Surviving to Thriving in Your Career and at Home. It's coming in August. And for more information about Dr. Welsh, go to drnwelsh.com. Come with me to a galaxy far, far away. Apologies for that. In a few minutes, your chance to win tickets to an advanced screening of the new Star Wars movie.
What happens when you're...
Star Wars fans, get ready. I have some tickets to give away to an advanced screening of Star Wars, The Mandalorian, and Grogu, and I know a lot of you out there want to see this. I'll tell you how to enter to win, but first, let's watch the trailer.
We've all heard stories of the Mandalorian bounty hunter and a child.
I only hunt Imperial war criminals. I'll take out every bad guy in your deck of cards.
This isn't about revenge. It's about preventing another war.
Before going into harm's way, check your armor first.
We're protecting everything the rebellion fought for.
Good luck. You're gonna need it. Hey!
It's a horrible baby. It's a bad baby.
Strap in.
We need a professional.
Hang on.
What happens when you're not there to protect him?
You good? I'll be right behind you. Go! Go!
Mandalorian, you will suffer. Then it will be his turn.
Monsters. The old protect the young. And then the young protect the old. It's time.
Are you scared? You should be.
Good job, baby.
This is the way.
Whoa, this hits theaters on May 22nd, but a few lucky Coco viewers will be at the advanced screening in Denver on May 18th. Enter now by sending an email to mycoco@9news.com. Just put the word Mandalorian in the subject line. Winners will be chosen at random and contacted later. Good luck. Well, what do you get when you combine Saturday Night Live, 30 Rock, and The Office? The new comedy, The Fall and Rise of Reggie Dinkins. It was just renewed for season 2. So to celebrate, here's a look back at the conversation producer Colleen had with two of the show stars, Bobby Moynihan and Erica Alexander.
Oh my gosh, guys, congratulations on this hilarious new show. I love it.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
We
Thank
do
you.
too.
Of
Yeah.
course, yes. Erica, I want to start with you. When you first heard about this in the works, what were you like thinking when you said, oh my goodness, I need to be a part of the show?
That didn't happen. They called me and asked me to be a part of the show.
Yeah.
I didn't hear anything except for the call, and that's really nice to get. Obviously, they work with people that they know. They did not know, I did not know them. They did not know me personally, but apparently they knew my work. I'd worked with Tracy before, and so I got a call from Robert Carlock and Sam Means and Tina Fey inviting me to be a part of the show. And you pay attention to things like that. That's a really wonderful call to get, and I worked my whole life to get a call like that.
Oh my gosh, congratulations. That's a huge testament to how
Yeah.
talented you are. But so congrats, that's amazing. But Bobby, I have to
I was
say,
the
it's
opposite.
also-
I was the
Okay,
opposite.
tell
I
me more
heard. I
about
said
that.
they're
You were
doing
the
a.
opposite?
I said they're doing a show with Tracy, and I called my agent like, get me on that show, please. I
not
begged.
true.
Oh, it is.
What?
I love it.
100%
But I have
true.
to say, it's so good to see you on TV then, because it had been too long. Too long. But
Thank you.
let's talk
It's good to be
Rusty.
back.
Let's talk about the character Rusty. He's kind of the
Yes.
clueless friend, but also very supportive at the same time. How do you channel that energy of like, hey, I'm here for you?
Rusty knows what he's doing. He just knows if he puts in solid 60%. That's all he's got to do. No expectations
Solid
for Rusty.
60, baby.
Yeah, solid 60, not even 65, not even
Getting
passing.
married.
Just below. He just gotta make sure everyone else is a little bit happier than he is, and he's okay.
Bobby Monahan is one of the funniest people on earth, and you can see why. This is like all the time.
I'm
Just
very
brilliant.
lucky. Well, this show is an embarrassment of riches as far as good people and funny people. We're very lucky.
I love that. Well, no, that leads me to my next question perfectly, because I am crying laughing on my couch at home when I'm watching this. How do you guys not break it on set? Because I imagine it's impossible.
We do. Every once in a while, Tracy will just say something insane, and I'll lose it. Or also Daniel, like shockingly, brilliantly funny.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody has their moments where we all mess around or we're having a good time on set. Definitely.
Absolutely. It's very hard to do scenes with Bobby. They have started pairing in later episodes. Monica and Bobby's character Rusty do a lot together. And what I do is I'm so focused on wanting to get through a take, because there's a lot for everyone to do on either side. In a way, it's very sobering. But the truth is, I can't react like Erica. I have to react like Monica. And if I stay in character, then I'm okay. But the minute I sometimes act without looking them in the faces. I'm not even kidding you. I just go like this, Can't look.
And all I
That's
do
so
is try and make
smart.
her laugh and make her job harder, and I shouldn't.
I'd have to do the same thing. No eye contact, no eye
Let's
contact, no eye
don't go
contact.
crazy at the top. Yes.
Okay, but I want both of you to level with me here.
Yes.
How many Harry Potter jokes have been made on set?
Very few.
Very few. I would say my favorite thing to do is to be around him, to see how long I can be around him before someone brings it up. It's fascinating because it does come up a lot, but it's usually like a whisper on the side. But not a lot. And also he makes them, where he made a good one recently that just it doesn't come up as much as you would think.
He's very balanced. He actually understands that presence in the world, and he loves it. He invites it. He stopped running away from it. But he himself, Daniel, is a different man. He's not that character.
No.
And because that shines so bright, you quickly forget that.
You also, like, as a father of two kids right now, to meet someone who, like, has the responsibility of literally being the boy wizard that everyone knows, but he is just so capable of, like, when people meet him in real life, he is so good at being like, yes, it is a very cool thing that I was Harry Potter, but also, like, we're both humans. Like, he's just so good at, people like Mark Hamill and Daniel Radcliffe get these things where, like, for the rest of their lives, they are someone else, and they both of them handle it extremely well. I would be a mess.
Yeah.
I would also just be dressed like Harry Potter.
No,
and I would
me
just
too.
be telling
I'd be
kids
living
like
like
real
a
magic. I
I'm
would
a man.
never. That's all I would do.
He knows who he is, and he carries it with really
he's the best.
a lot of grace. But also, he's Daniel Radcliffe, and you see that very quickly.
Yeah,
I love it, and it definitely comes through on screen that he's Daniel.
And
but also
no
the
one
voice
knows.
of it.
Tracy was a wizard when he was born. No one knows this.
He's still a wizard.
Tracy is a real wizard.
What a mystic.
I love it. Well, we'll be watching on Monday nights, and congrats again on this fantastic show.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
Please. Thank you so much.
You can catch season 2 of The Fall and Rise of Reggie Dinkins Monday nights starting in November. Well, thanks for your company, Colorado. Portions of today's program were sponsored by the businesses listed on your screen. And remember, everyone you encounter, they're facing an uphill battle you know nothing about. So be kind, be patient, be gentle, and then always apply that right back to yourself. I'm trying to do the exact same thing. We'll see you next time. And as always, bye!